This is the end of September, which is almost Halloween. Because, remember, I love Halloween. But anyway, my theme this time, well, first of all, what does Miss Tasha, what's my favorite color, guys? Purple. Of course, look, I even have a purple spider. What can I say? And of course, I love what?
I love chocolate.
You know, the day that this thing finally stops and it's not going to dance, I'm going to just die. I've had this thing for 20 years and I can't even, I've thousands of times I have pushed the I love chocolate. It's a good bear. Okay, and then of course, my voice. And I don't think I'm going to scare you too much, but it's, you know, wait till October. I'm going to scare the bejeebins out of you. All right, here we go. The theme is fall scarecrows and pumpkins, okay? So, I'm going to put you over here because you're going to dance at the end. You're going to dance to this pumpkin, okay? Here it is. There was an old lady who swallowed some leaves. It's by Lucille Collender. Can't believe her name is Collender. Illustrated by Jared Lee. Published, copyrights 2010. Publisher is Public as Scholastics Incorporated. And you got to see this because remember, this I got as a birthday, because of course they know that I love books, because I read at Little Oak from 2003 all the way to 2019. I haven't been able to go back, but I sure read there a long time, and they were really good about giving me books, because they know I like books. Okay, here we go. There was an old lady who swallowed some leaves. I don't know why she swallowed some leaves. Perhaps she'll sneeze. There was an old lady who swallowed a shirt. It didn't hurt to swallow that shirt. She swallowed the shirt to fill it with the leaves. I don't know why she swallowed the leaves. Perhaps she'll sneeze. Achoo. There was an old lady who swallowed a pumpkin. Ooh, she wasn't a bumpkin to swallow that pumpkin. Oh my word. She swallowed the pumpkin to wear the shirt, that she swallowed the shirt to fill in with leaves. I don't know why she swallowed the leaves. Perhaps she'll sneeze. There was an old lady who swallowed a pole. Really? Oh gosh, guys. She was on a roll when she swallowed that pole. Well, she swallowed the pole to prop up the pumpkin. She swallowed the pumpkin to wear the shirt. She swallowed the shirt to fill it with leaves. I don't know why she swallowed the leaves. Perhaps she'll chew, sneeze. There was an old lady who swallowed some pants. She started to dance when she swallowed the pants. She swallowed the pants to cover the pole. She swallowed the pole to prop up the pumpkin. She swallowed the pumpkin to wear the shirt. She swallowed the shirt to fill it with leaves. I don't know why she swallowed the leaves. Perhaps she'll chew, sneeze. There was an old lady who swallowed a rope. She didn't mope when she swallowed that rope. Oh my goodness. She swallowed the rope to tie up the pants. She swallowed the pants to cover the pole. She swallowed the pole to prop up the pumpkin. She swallowed the pumpkin to wear the shirt. She swallowed the shirt to fill it with leaves. I don't know why she swallowed the leaves. Remember, this is what you're really supposed to do. Achoo. Remember, you're supposed to always cover when you sneeze. Perhaps she'll sneeze. There was an old lady who swallowed some hay. She didn't say why she swallowed the hay, but she did it with ease, and then she started to sneeze. And everything comes, and then she goes, achoo, and everything comes out. Everything comes out. Oh my gosh, and happy fall. And there's the pumpkin and everything, and it's a scarecrow, so that's why it was the good book, because the theme is leaves, you know, fall, and pumpkins, and scarecrows. So I had to read that one. Okay. All right, now, okay. All right, you guys, I know I had it somewhere, but I can't find it. I have a hat that was a straw hat, and I cut out the center part and everything so you can see my head, but then I put scarecrows all over it. Well, this is kind of, because scarecrows, you know, this is kind of like, and this is one of my red hats for my red hat base, okay? This is the Silly Scarecrow. It's by Danielle Danega. It's illustrated by Jim Dirk. Copyrights 2008. Publisher is Scholastic Incorporated. I have to read the frontispiece. Okay, here we go. Dear children, did you know that Clifford and the Big Red Dog was the first Clifford book I ever wrote? Scholastics published it in 1963. A few years later, I received many letters from girls and boys asking what Clifford was like as a puppy. I thought he should be very tiny. Being so small, he had lots of problems to overcome. Clifford grew because Emily loved him and he loved Emily, and love helps us solve a lot of problems. Autumn is a wonderful season for Clifford, and children too. I always loved autumn because we went back to school with new pencils and new books and new things to learn. I like learning about our world and all the people in it, and I'm sure you do too. Welcome back to school. Okay, here we go. Even though you guys started last month. All right, here we go. After breakfast one morning, Emily Elizabeth cuddled Clifford in her arms. It's nearly time to head to the Mountain View farm, Clifford. We're going on a hayride today, she said excitedly. Clifford wagged his tiny red tail. I mean, he is really tiny for him to end up being so huge. Well, during the trip to the country, Clifford tried to enjoy the scenery. The mountains sparkled with fall colors and the leaves danced around the train. But all Clifford could think of was the monster of Mountain View Farm. Oh. Well, it wasn't long before they arrived. Come on, Clifford, time for the hayride, Emily Elizabeth announced. Clifford felt very nervous, but this place didn't look scary at all. In fact, it looked quite fun. Well, Emily Elizabeth lifted Clifford into the back of the farm trailer. It was loaded with bales of hay. It felt stiff and crunchy under Clifford's paws. The trailer bustled and bumped its way around the farm. First they drove by the apple orchard, and then next they stopped at the pumpkin patch. Then the farm truck made a turn. They were headed straight toward the cornfield. The corn surrounded them on both sides, casting large shadows. Clifford suddenly felt even tinier than he was before. And then he saw it. Hovering over Clifford, it was a scary monster waving its hands about. It was the monster of Mountain View Farm. What is it? It's not a monster. What is it? Clifford quickly dove into the hay to hide. The Howard family looked at one another and confused. What's wrong, Clifford? What are you hiding from? Emily Elizabeth asked. He tried. A moment later, the trailer stopped, and Emily Elizabeth hopped out and looked around to see what was so frightening. Oh, she pointed and said, I think I know what is frightening you. She carried Clifford over to get a closer look at what was scaring him. As they approached, Clifford hid his face in Emily Elizabeth's chest. But Emily Elizabeth reassured him. Don't worry, Clifford. It's nothing to be afraid of. Take a look. Clifford looked up and cocked his head. In front of him was the monster of the Mountain View Farms. But this monster didn't look so scary after all. It was made of cloth and wore navy blue suspenders and peaked hat. Its feet and its hands were made of hay, and its nose felt like a triangle. It was a felt triangle. See, Clifford, it's just a silly scarecrow. They're there to use to scare the birds away from the corn so they don't eat it. Clifford wasn't scared anymore. He was ready to play. I guess I shouldn't believe everything I hear, he thought. He is a cute little dog, I know. Okay, this one has to go off. All right, now, the next one, I have to give credit where credit's due. This book, they have given, I think, at least three times to me. Save Mart has been really good, and they give me the books that they have in their book bargain things, and I divvy them up to the schools that I go to. I also give some to the to the library because I read at the library. And then I go around because I know where they all are. I go and I put a few adult, there's mysteries and there's really good stories. And I put some of them in the little book libraries and everything. But on every one of them it says, this book is donated by Jackson's Save Mart grocery store. So hats off to Jackson's Save Mart store. And this is a very, very big fall. All right, here we go. Then one day, all the leaves had ever known was the sway and the stretch of the green of the trees. Then one day, the wind blew colder. And the leaves knew something different was in the air. I'm loving this crisp breeze, Birch said. Is this what flying feels like? Everything is perfect and I don't want anything to change, said Oak. No fair, said Maple. Those trees have apples. I want apples. This is just the beginning, a squirrel chirped. Birch was curious. The beginning of what? Fall, said another squirrel. Fall? The leaves agreed that was a silly name for the colder weather. It happens every year, the first squirrel explained. You'll start changing colors soon and then... We change colors? Bird said, ready for adventures? But green is very nice color to be, said Oak. See, he likes his little worm. Oh, squirrel thinks they know everything, Maple rolled her eyes. Although the squirrels have been right about the rain and caps and tree houses, maybe they were right about this too. Turned out Oak loved... Did I miss a paper? Nope. Turned out Oak loved being yellow, and Birch was quite impressed with her bold new hue. But change wasn't quick for everyone. Mabel thought Birch looked nice in orange, but was jealous at Oak's yellow, her favorite color. She was certain at any moment she would turn a sunny shade of... Nope. Still green. She had tried waiting her turn. She doesn't look like she's even listening to music. I know. Amidst the changes, the leaves were still leaves. They couldn't help but listen to the conversations below. Ooh, squealed Birch. Look, pie. What's pie? I don't know, but I want some, Maple sighed. You'll be able to hear better once you're on the ground, said one of the squirrels. Ground? The treetops erupted. What? How fast will I go? That's too far down. We fall? What about the trees? Oh, I'm nervous and excited. Down there? Will it hurt? What if a friend isn't ready to fall? No, thank you. Can I go first? Because he's still green. The wind blew harder yet, and then it started to happen. First, Birch was a joyous leap through the windy sky. Oak had more of a hesitant trip downward. Am I close? Not really. Keep going, said Birch. Maple was still high in the branches alone. She was not yellow and she was not falling. Impatient to join her friends, Maple yanked and pulled. I'm not sure I'd be in such a rush to get down there, said one of the squirrels. There are bottoms of boots and gutters and dogs and rivers and rakes. Maple stopped tugging. Oh, but it was too late. Down, 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 and down she went. Somehow the world seemed bigger on the ground. Maple was telling her friends about the boots and the rakes, and there was a sudden gust, and then whoosh! The leaves were swept into a topsy-turvy swirl. Is that a gutter? Maple shouted. That must be a rake, said Oak. Do I smell pie? Said Birch. That's when they heard a whisper. There you are, and met a someone. She held Oak, Birch, and Maple close to her chest because that's what you do with very special things. The girl listened closely. See that? I'm a pirate, said Birch. Can you draw me bravely carrying 10 leaves down the tree? Oak asked. You know, I always knew I'd be red, said Mabel. They are getting a pie, though. And fall was new all over again. That a nice one? Yeah, I thought so. All right. I have two more. Oops, two more. Da-da-da. Okay, I have to have this one back on again. Because remember, I don't have my regular hat, so that's the way it goes. Okay, this is the Pumpkin Patch Scarecrows. Written and illustrated by Frank Fiorello, and it's autographed on the first page. I'm going to show you. The copyright's 1998. The publisher is Library of Congress, and they have catalog cards, so I'm giving the number. 92804, then a letter P. Back. The back part is 1 SBNO-9646300-3-6. It's the only thing I could find. I couldn't find anything else. All right, ready, guys? You have to see this. Boo to you! And look at it. He autographed it and everything. Isn't that cute? Cutest scarecrow. I know. Okay, here we go. Among the plump orange pumpkins and the golden stalks of corn hangs a jolly scarecrow, overstuffed and worn. Old hat covers hair of straw and carrot nose, colorful patches stitched all over his clothes. There's a bird and a cat, too, and a butterfly. Well, Scarecrow's family stands by his side with smiling faces and eyes open wide to welcome the sun that begins the day and warms the pumpkins with every ray. I love the picture of that sun. He's a great artist. Listen to the wind that blows through the trees, shaking the branches and ruffling the leaves. Whoa. Taste the rain that falls on the fields and brings life to crops that all the earth yields. See the creatures living in harmony, the birds, the mice, and the caterpillars and the bees, and they're all on his hat or on his nose. Soon the sun will set and nightfall will creep over pumpkins and scarecrows and little cats' feet. The moon and the stars light up the way as scarecrows jump down and begin to play. They ride the donkey, they pet the sheep, they feed the goats, they honk at the geese. Out to the patch, each pumpkin they meet, grow bigger, grow larger, each pumpkin they greet. Scarecrows make time for music and singing, hold on to each other for dancing and swinging. But to little scarecrows, the most fun of all is running and jumping in a pile of straw. Quiet time by the light of the moon, reading to squirrel, donkey, and raccoon. A busy night ends with the sleep and dreams of scary happenings on Halloween. At daybreak, birds will chirp and the sun will be. Pumpkin patch days begin under sunny skies. Scarecrows awake and jump to their feet, climb up their sticks, and get ready to greet. Resting on perches, guiding the way, silently awaiting visitors of the day. And look at, they're hugging him. Now, I want to tell you this. I got this book many years ago up at Apple Hill, because my husband and I love to go to Apple Hill, and at Abel's Acres, one of the first ones on the left-hand side, and they have the best apple fritters. Oh my God. Oh, So good, so good. Anyway, they have quite a nice, all kinds of wonderful things you can get. Oh, their caramel apples are really good too. But anyway, that's where this man was selling. I don't know whether he's selling that anymore there, but he has lots of wonderful books, and he is very talented. Very talented. Okay, here we go. Here's the finale. And then you have to dance. All right. Can I get this? Come on, you gotta get on here. There. You like my little pumpkin? This is The Legend of Spookly, the Square Pumpkin. Okay. It was written by Joe Troiano, illustrated by Susan Banti, copyrights 2011, publisher is Scholastics Incorporated, and this time, I only got one, and it was 2011, Tasha, happy birthday from the Little Oak Friends. Isn't that nice? All right, here we go. Well, one day in the pumpkin patch, the strangest little pumpkin hatched. Spookly wasn't like his friends. Where they had curves, he had ends. Spookly was different. He was odd. He was rare. Spookly the pumpkin wasn't round. He was square. While the round pumpkins had fun rolling along, poor Spookly just sat there shaped all wrong. He tried and tried with all his might, but he couldn't budge. He just sat tight. The other pumpkins teased him because he was square. Spookly wished he was round and could roll everywhere. That is, until one night when they all discovered it's fine to be round when the weather's fair, but there are times it's better to be square. Halloween was just a day away when a mighty storm blew across the bay. It tossed the round pumpkins to and fro. It snapped their vines, and then off they'd go, bouncing left, slamming right, banging, bashing. What a sight! Oh my gosh, look, if there's lightning. See, I covered my nose. And there's a bat. Spookly sat there filled with fright, but he was glad to be square with all that might. Suddenly the fence gave way, and 3 pumpkins rolled out into the bay. Oh no! Spookly knew something must be done. It was up to him. He was the one. So he teetered, he tottered, he tipped, he tried, and finally he flipped. He was on his side. And then he tipped. Again he flopped. Again he flipped. And then he stopped right in the gap where the fence had snapped. He blocked the way. The hole was capped. All the pumpkins shouted, "Hooray! Spookly the square pumpkin had saved the day." Then a pumpkin hit him with a whack. He thought his shell would crack. Then another hit him with a thump, and another with a smack. Because see, they're all blowing right to him. Then one by one, a ton of pumpkins piled on the stack. Oh man, with a bang and a bash and a crunch and a crash, and then it all went black. Oh no. At dawn, when the storm had stopped, the farmer came out and checked his crop. He picked up his pumpkins one by one and laid them out to warm in the sun. And when the last was moved away, the farmer could see what had saved the day. An odd-shaped pumpkin, short and dense, who wedged against the broken fence. Its shell was bruised, and its stem too. But there was brave little Spookly sitting straight and strong and true. Right then and there, the farmer knew of all the seeds he'd ever sown, Spooklys were the most special that had ever been grown. And the next year, when it came time to sow, he sowed those seeds in every row. He watered and weeded and watched them grow. And oh, the morning about mid-June when the pumpkin patch began to bloom, there were tiny pumpkins everywhere, hundreds and hundreds, and most of them were square. But you know what? You notice? They're different colors, guys. Some were cubes, some were rectangles, some were flat, and others were triangular. There was a bed of bright red ones and 2 rows of blue. There was a polka dot pumpkins and rainbow ones too. There were thousands of colors and hundreds of shapes, and what a garden variety makes. Now every year on Halloween Spookly's Patch is quite a scene. People come from far and near to see the wonders grew that year. They stop, they gawk, they gaze, they stare, then they pick up a pumpkin that's round, triangular, or perfectly square. Now you know the story of how Spookly grew. Maybe someday you'll tell someone too, and they'll go and tell someone who'll go tell another, and maybe one day we'll all discover you can't judge a book or a pumpkin by its cover. Okay, I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to get ready. You are going to dance to a pumpkin, guys. And so you're going to have to do exactly what Miss Tasha tells you to do. Okie dokie? I'll be right there.
It's Halloween, and this time, we're gonna get spooky.
Only you're going to say spookly, spookly, spookly.
To the left.
To the left.
Take it back now, y'all.
Back up.
One up this time. Right foot 2 stomps. Left foot 2 stomps. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Freeze!
Freeze!
Everybody clap your hands. Trick or treat now, y'all. Happy Halloween. Halloween, 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 Halloween.
Okay, so you're going to remember, you're going to stomp your feet, you're going to back up, you're going to slide, and then you're going to freeze, and then you have to clap your hands. Okay. Okay, here we go.
And this time, we're gonna get spooky.
Only spookly.
To the left.
To the left.
Take it back now,
Take it
y'all.
back up.
One up this time. Right foot 2 stomps. Left foot 2 stomps. Slide to the left.
Slide to the left.
Slide to the right.
Slide to the right.
Freeze.
Freeze!
Everybody clap your hands. Trick or treat now, y'all. Happy Halloween. Halloween, Halloween, Halloween,
All right. I will see you in October. And I have new Halloween books to read to you, and everything is going to be fun. All right, have a good time. Bye-bye.